Hi, this is Century 7, and I want to walk you through setting up your email on a mobile device. Now, unfortunately, I don't have an emulator installed on my machine here, so I don't actually have a way to take you through step by step. But what I'm going to do is I've opened up JustHost's help file on how to set up email on an Android phone and an iPhone, and I'm going to go ahead and walk you through this step by step, showing you what you're going to do and the information that you're going to enter in here. So when you get to the setup email screen on your Android phone, the first thing you're going to do is enter in your entire email address and your password, and then you're just going to click next. And it's going to take you to this screen, and it's going to ask you what type of account this is. Now, this is a really important screen because, first of all, the choice down here, Exchange, this is not an Exchange account, so that's not relevant. Don't select that. You can select either POP or IMAP, either one that you want. I would really suggest that you use IMAP because it's always going to keep a copy of your messages on the server so that when you go into your webmail interface, you're still going to have all of those messages there. If you utilize a POP protocol for your email, they're going to get deleted off the server after a period of time, and then they're not going to be there anymore. So if you were going to go use your webmail interface and you had deleted stuff via the POP protocol, in a few days it may disappear and no longer be on the server. But if you use IMAP, then it's going to synchronize all of the folders that you have here on your phone with what's on the server. So when you send an email, it's going to synchronize it on the server, so you'll have a copy of that sent email there. When you download it, it's going to keep it on your phone, but also keep a copy on the server so that when you go and use your webmail interface, then you'll have those messages there for you on the server. So, and since these accounts don't have a limit on the size of the mailbox themselves, it has an unlimited size on the mailbox, you don't have to worry about having too much on the server or getting your mailbox full and then messages getting sent back. That's not going to happen here. So in the next screen, you're going to have incoming server settings. Okay, so if you selected IMAP, which is what I recommend here, you're going to enter in your where it says username, you're going to enter in your actual full email address, as a matter of fact. Then you're going to put in your password, and then right down below it says IMAP server. Even if you selected POP, it's the same server address. The server is always mail dot and here in this case it would be avalonacting.com. Doesn't matter if it's POP, doesn't matter if you're sending, doesn't matter if you're receiving, it's all the same. It's going to be mail.avalonacting.com. And then the port's going to be 993. And you're going to choose SSL accept all certificates. IMAP path prefix can be left blank. That's not necessary. Then you click next, and you'll be brought to the outgoing server settings screen. Now here we have SMTP server, and once again, same server address, mail.example.com. Here in this instance, it would be mail.avalonacting.com. And the port is going to be 465. The security type, once again, is SSL, accept all certificates. You will check the require sign-in box, please. And then under username, once again, your entire email address, whoever at avalonacting.com, and your password. And then you click next. The next screen is going to give you some options. How often do you want it checked? Every 15 minutes generally is a good rule. That's not going to overload the server. If you were to check every 1 minute or 2 minutes, that might overload the server if you had a lot of email accounts. But every 15 minutes is that's a good time. That gives you plenty of frequency so you get your emails fairly quickly. If this is going to be the default email account that you want to send from, then you'll check this box right here that says send email from this account by default. And right here you'll want to check this. It says notify me when email arrives. So you'll get a notification on your phone when email arrives. Otherwise, you would actually have to open up the email program to know if you had any emails or not. So you're going to want to make sure that that's checked. Then on the next screen, you're going to be able to give your email account a name and also give the name that you want to appear on outgoing messages. You click Done, and your email account is set up on an Android phone. On an iPhone, it is a little different. So once you go to the settings page here, you're going to click on Mail Contacts and Calendars. Then come down and click on Add Mail Account. Then after that, you're going to get a screen that's going to give you some selections. You're going to come all the way down to the bottom and choose Other. Then you're going to enter in your name, however you want it to appear on outgoing messages, your full email address, password, and then you can give a description for the account if you want. On the next screen, you're going to enter in the host name, which is once again going to be mail.avalonacting.com, your username, which is your full email address, and your password. Then on the next screen, you will enter in your outgoing mail server information. Okay? That is going to be mail.avalonacting.com, once again, and the username, your full email address with password. Now, you could, once you come here and once you're done with all this and you click continue, you could get this message that's going to come up and it says cannot verify server identity. You can completely ignore that warning and just click continue. Will not be a problem. So in the next screen, go down to advanced. You're going to see this once that's all done. You're going to see all this information here that you've entered in for incoming and outgoing servers and everything. You're going to click advanced. Okay, and then under the mailbox behaviors, you're going to choose the mailbox that you wish to configure. So it would depend on what box you're going to be configuring here. You can choose the corresponding folder on the server you wish to save the email in. Click on that. Repeat the above steps for any other folders you wish to store on the server. Okay, so what you're doing here, okay, is you're choosing mailbox behavior. So you're clicking on one of these mailboxes, and then you're telling it, okay, I want to store drafts on the server. So you could store, you may not want to store junk, but you may want to store your sent, you may want to store your drafts. You click, I want to store these on the server, so that what happens then is when you make drafts and when you send emails, then those are going to get stored on the server. But you're going to want to go through that step. And all you do is once you're in this screen, once you click advanced, then let's say you're going to click sent mailbox. So I'm going to say click sent mailbox, or here he's clicking drafts, so we'll just say click drafts. It's going to take us into drafts, and it's going to show us on my phone drafts, and then it's going to show on the server. And here you can check this. Click that, basically just check it, and all you're doing is clicking it with your finger, and then those now will be stored on the server. So you could also do that with the sent folder. You would just go back, and you would on your phone, you would go, once you were done with that, you would go back and you would click on sent, and you would go into here, and then you click sent, and you want to store that on the server. So once you're all done with that, then you're done, as a matter of fact. And you'll want to make sure that SSL is on. Okay, that's important. That means that your emails are secure. So when you send passwords and stuff like that through email, they just won't be open for other people to, people to just kind of snatch out of the air there. So anyway, that is how you set up your email on both Android and iPhones. And I will be sending you the links for both of these tutorials. If you have any questions or anything else you need clarification on, don't hesitate to ask.